Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now for a moment of silence.
Hello, Homestead. It's Friday, September 30th, and time for another edition of HHS In Depth. I'm Austin Render.
And I'm Kara Allen. On today's show, we bring you a new student profile with this week's senior Jamie Wilson and his ventures in off-road motorcycling being profiled.
Reporter Elise Wilcox brings us a story on the new chairs on wheels in Mr. Beer's room and what the chances are for Homestead seeing more of those in the future.
Reporter Kelsey Nutter takes a look at the influx of Homestead freshmen who are playing major minutes on our sports varsity teams this year.
And the photography club is reported on by Supreet Pabla, where you'll learn all about the popular after-school club.
We'll have all those stories as well as another sports corner with Austin, so stay tuned for today's episode of HHS In Depth. We begin today's show with another segment of our student profile series. I had a chance to catch up with senior Jamie Wilson and learn about his off-road motorcycle racing. Here's this week's student profile. You may have seen senior Jamie Wilson around the halls, but not many may know that Jamie has been racing off-road motorcycles for years.
I started when I was 3, riding with my dad in a field. I learned to ride a motorcycle before a bike. I've been racing since I was like 4.
Many people think what Jamie does involves a circular track with large hills, but hare scrambling is actually dodging trees and following difficult paths through the woods.
I do GNCC, which is Grand National Cross Country. You race off-road, 12-mile track, about 3 hours. Race with pros. It's really fun, but really hard.
Like many other sports, GNCC preparation takes more than laps around the course.
You spend about a week getting ready for a race, but you also work out between races and cardio. And mostly you spend your time a week before getting the bike ready, getting the trailer ready, and then you blow it in 3 hours at the event on Sunday.
Competitors are broken up into classes, and Jamie is in class 250A.
Right now I'm in a class that's really competitive, and I'm doing about midway in the class. So about out of 30 guys who finished about 15th. If I could get to the top 10, then I have a good shot at going pro, making a career out of it. 250A is a big class, and it's very, very competitive. Guys work really hard to win that class.
The final race of the season takes place October 30th in Crawfordsville, Indiana. Be sure to wish Jamie luck. For HHS In Depth, I'm Kara Allen.
Earlier this week, teachers from the social studies departments at Homestead, as well as Summit and Woodside, took part in a 2-day workshop at Homestead. The workshop was conducted by Dr. Elizabeth Osborne from Indiana University's Center on Representative Government and the Library of Congress. The faculty who attended were taught how to teach using primary resources, how to access digital documents through the Library of Congress, and how to teach 21st century skills to students in social studies classes.
The Knitting Club will meet next Thursday, October 6th in Mrs. Squire's room, room 711, from 2:45 to 3:45.
Juniors and seniors, the following colleges will have an admissions rep visiting Homestead. If you would like to attend one of these meetings, please sign up in Student Services. Monday, October 3rd, Baldwin-Wallace, Taylor University, and Huntington University. Tuesday, October 4th, University of Southern Indiana and Anderson University. Wednesday, October 5th, University of Notre Dame. Thursday, October 6th, Furman University and the University of Dayton. And Friday, October 7th, Albion College.
You may have witnessed or heard students talking about the new chairs on wheels in Mr. Beer's room this school year. But what's the backstory and what does the future hold for more of them here at Homestead? Here's Elise Wilcox with the story.
Over the summer, some of Homestead's staff visited a school furniture place called Steelcase in Michigan. During the visit, they got a class set of new chairs with unique features.
I like them. I think they're good. I like the design. They're comfortable. They allow you to move quite well, and they've got great storage. I think they're a great addition to any classroom.
You can keep some of your stuff stored at the bottom of the chairs, and your desk is in front of you, and you have a cup holder. You can move them around, and I think it's better instead of having a big table to share with somebody else.
The mobile desks are located in Mr. Beer's room and are put to use every day in his classroom.
We talked about whose classroom it could go to, and obviously we've got 125 different places it could have gone. Mr. Beer does a lot with grouping already and was moving things around in his room on a regular basis. It just seemed like a pretty easy place to put it, and it would work well in an English class.
I'd say these chairs are a lot more active, and you can fondle around with them more than the last ones. You can scoot around more, and you can interact with people more easily.
Most of the stuff that's in the room, like chairs and tables, they take up a whole bunch of room in the classrooms, and these don't take much room.
Teachers can move them in more interesting seating arrangements rather than just rows of the plain desks.
It is no secret that Mr. Beer's students enjoy these seats and hope to see other classrooms get them too.
I think that every single class in Homestead should have these chairs.
I don't have any complaints about these chairs.
Honestly, there is nothing wrong at all with these chairs.
I think they're more comfortable.
These chairs are perfect.
Cost is going to be really, really prohibitive. Those chairs cost a lot more than what we're used to paying. They gave us those chairs to try out, so those didn't cost us a nickel. It'd be something to be great to do. I wouldn't hold my breath.
Homestead would love to potentially supply us with new classroom furniture. We're just waiting for a good deal, and it's not a #1 priority right now. For HHS In Depth, I'm Elise Wilcox.
All Homestead student athletes, the athletic office will be having a sale on all car decals until the end of this month. All decals will be $2 each while supplies last. Don't miss out on this great opportunity.
The athletic office will be selling passes and pre-sale tickets to tonight's football game against Carroll until 3 p.m. today. Punch cards are $40 for 10 punches, and since game day tickets are $6 each, this will save you a total of $20.
Speaking of sports at Homestead, this year has seen an influx of freshmen playing on the varsity teams. To learn more about these students' jump from middle school to the highest level of high school athletics, here's Kelsey Nutter with the story.
This year, there have been an exceptional amount of freshmen put on varsity teams. Although many of them believe there has been a lot of change from middle to high school, the experience has been very beneficial to their game.
High school is definitely a lot more sped up, and it's kind of fun to play against some good competition, and it also gets you better in practice.
The transition has been interesting. It was a lot different than middle school and a lot better competition. I feel like I've really gotten better as a player.
The upperclassmen have been very helpful in making the incoming freshmen feel welcome and pushing them to become better players.
On the football team, all the guys are basically family. It doesn't matter how old you are, how much you bench or squat or whatever.
Coming in as a freshman, I was definitely nervous about fitting in, but all the upperclassmen were very nice and welcoming, so it was very easy to fit in with the crowd and the team.
The experience has been definitely more than I expected it to be. I love all the girls and all the competition, and every game has been super fun.
Many of the student athletes were influenced to play their sports by professionals and friends, but a few shared that their family members inspired them the most.
I've been playing since 7th grade, and I think my sister definitely inspired me to play just because I've been watching her for the past couple of years.
My dad, he inspired me to play football a lot because he played in college and in high school, and in Fort Wayne he was a really good player, I guess, and he wore number 41, and he's just always been my idol playing football, so I wear his number also.
Probably my cousin inspired me to play football ever since I was in elementary school.
Even though these freshmen are dedicated and spend a lot of time at their practices and games, they share some of the same interests as your typical high school students.
I like sleeping and hanging out with friends.
When I'm not playing football, one thing I like to do is play ping pong.
When I'm not playing volleyball, I like to take long walks on the beach.
I like to, hang out with my friends. I like to go lift with guys on the football team, I guess. That's basically all I do.
I play ultimate frisbee.
These freshmen have put in a lot of hard work, and it is definitely paying off as they continue to get more opportunities through Homestead's varsity sports teams.
For HHS In Depth, I'm Kelsey Nutter.
And now here's reporter Saprit Pablo with a look at Mr. Manko's popular after-school club, the Photography Club.
Photography Club is one of the many activities Homestead has to offer, giving students a more creative outlet. Mr. Manko and his students always have fun coming up with great ideas for projects, while also expanding on ideas that they cover in class.
Well, the main thing about Photography Club is they can't get everything that they might want to know or learn in a class. It's just not enough time. And some of these students want to go on and study photography, either in college or even pursue it as a career. And so it's a great way to add work to their portfolio and either show it to potential clients in the future or to even get scholarships for college.
Students look forward to Photography Club because they have a lot of freedom in the pictures they can take and how they can make them reflect themselves as individuals.
I think students would have interest in the club if they are constantly pulling out their phone to take pictures of awesome things they see, and if they enjoy looking at life through a lens, as I like to say.
I think students would have an interest in Photography Club because it's another way to express the thoughts and feelings that we have as students and that we wouldn't normally get to express in our normal classes.
Each club meeting is different, so everyone will find unique things to enjoy, like special effect projects with both digital and film cameras.
We take care of old business and then we try to do some kind of new creative activity. Sometimes it'll be a really goofy off-the-wall idea like we had tonight with the taste test that we had with some really interesting foods that they tasted and then photographed their reactions. Sometimes it'll be a guest speaker that we'll have come in.
Normally at Photography Club meetings, we'll start off with an opener to just kind of break the ice, and then we'll get down to like the main source of the photography meeting, which would be either doing a project or just talking about other effects of photography.
If you're interested in joining Photography Club, you can see Mr. Manco in his room or just show up on Wednesdays from 2:45 to 3:30. For HHS In Depth, I'm Mr. Pre Pablo.
And now it's time for the Sports Corner with Austin. This week is all about football, from last week's homecoming night to tonight's big game against Carroll.
Hello, Homestead. It's time for another edition of the Sports Corner. It's Carroll week for the football team, but before we talk about tonight's game, let's go back to last week's homecoming game and get a recap from Gabe Smith.
It was a perfect night for football last Friday at Dave Walters Memorial Stadium. Homecoming night brought out the biggest crowd and student section of the year, and they got to see the Jordan Presley show in the first half as Jordan scored 4 first-half touchdowns, including this 5-yard run as the Spartans got out to a huge first-quarter lead. At halftime, the annual Homecoming King and Queen were named, with seniors Nick Gogos and Tria Jane winning the crowns for 2016. It was all the same in the second half as the Spartans blew out Northside 48-0. A great way to prepare for tonight's big game versus Carroll at 7 p.m.
And speaking of the football team, since it is Carroll week, this week brings a different feel to the football field in preparation for the game. In this week's sports feature, I catch up with our football team. The football team sits at 4-2 on the season, loaded with lots of senior talent. Seniors Matt Anderson, Hunter Terrell, and Moses Gerardo anchor a senior-driven team.
I would say it's been steady improvement, which is something we've always preached to them. We want to be playing our best football towards the end of the year, and we have gotten better and better.
We've had two tough losses against both #1 teams in the state for their respective classes, and we just had a great win against Northside in front of our home crowd, and we're looking to come back at our place and give it to Carroll.
I'm really proud of the way we performed so far. We've had 2 tough losses against 2 great teams. Didn't play our best games, but I think we turned the corner a couple weeks ago as a defense, so I'm proud of that.
This week, the Spartans host arch rivals, the Carroll Chargers, a team that Homestead always wants to defeat.
It's Carroll. I mean, you could just put a period after that and call it that. Our student section is going to be rowdy. We beat this team last year for a sectional championship, which we haven't done in a while.
Carroll week means to me is I hate Carroll, first of all. I'm just going out there to eat, with my brothers, so it's going to be fun. We're going to go out and get the dub.
The senior class has gotten to enjoy a lot of great moments from Carroll games in the past, but few top last year's postseason matchup.
Nothing's better than beating Carroll for a sectional championship last year, especially in doing it in front of our student section. And definitely my favorite memory against Carroll.
As a team, obviously beating Carroll in sectionals, and personal, I think it'd be my sack strip against Aiden early on in the first quarter.
My favorite Carroll moment is when we beat them in sectionals. But my favorite personal moment is when I got an interception against them, and I was able to run with it a little bit, but I wasn't very good at it.
Well, beating them in sectional championship was pretty nice, so if I had to choose one, that'd be it.
Make sure you get out to support the Spartans as they look to defeat the Carroll Chargers tonight at 7 o'clock. Last week, the volleyball team's representatives posted a perfect 6 for 6 in the Team 8 game. This week, we put the friendship of Matt Anderson and Hunter Terrell to the test. All right, this week on the Team 8 game, we've got seniors Hunter Terrell and Matt Anderson. And guys, first question, What is Matt's favorite TV show? All right, flip them. Dora the Explorer and that. All right, so let's move on to the next question. What is Hunter's favorite TV show? All right, flip them. I don't watch TV and Hunter chooses to read books. That's a point. We'll give it to him. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. So 1 for 2. All right, next question. What car does Hunter drive? Flip him. Rhonda the Honda. All right, so if you ever see him in his car, its name is Rhonda. All right, what car does Matt drive? All right, flip him. He rides a bike and a very fast one. We're not gonna give him that one. All right, 2 for 4. Last question. Who is Matt's favorite NFL team? All right, flip him. Real Madrid and the Colts. So wrong sport, Hunter.
Football,
good try.
Real Madrid.
Oh, you got the wrong
Come
football.
on,
All right.
man.
What is Hunter's favorite football team? American football. All right, flip them. Titans and Bucks. Okay, that's not right. So 2 out of 6. Hey, good try for the boys football team. All right, that's going to wrap things up here. Thanks to Matt and Hunter. We're going to go back to the studio. And now here are Matt and Liam with details on tonight's student section theme.
Hey there, Homestead. It's your student section leaders here. I'm Matt.
And I'm Liam. Guys, here's the deal. It's Carol Week. Attendance is absolutely mandatory. This is more mandatory than school, all right? Everyone's expected. I'm taking names. I'm writing you down. You better be at this game. It's Carol Week, baby!
We got a USA theme tonight. If you're not there, you hate America. You hate Homestead. You hate America. Be there tonight, 7 o'clock. Carol. Be there.
Congratulations to the girls golf team that won regionals this past weekend with a team score of 308. Freshman Morgan DeBeja finished runner-up at regionals with a -270. Good luck to the girls golf team who is at state today and tomorrow. And good luck to all other Homestead athletes competing this weekend, including the tennis team at sectionals. Next week, we check in with the guys you see running on the trails after school every day, the boys cross-country team. Reporting for the Sports Corner, I'm Austin Render.
Well, that wraps up this edition of HHS In Depth. I'm Kara Allen.
And I'm Austin Render. Thank you for watching today.
And now here's this week's Picture of the Week. Congratulations to freshman Philip Waldorf.
To have your photo in the running for Picture of the Week, just email us a high-resolution photo with your name and grade level to hhsindepth@gmail.com.
Today we leave you with a song exclusive to our radio station, the Point 91 FM.
Have a great weekend, and don't forget to get out to the game tonight wearing red, white, and blue.
Stacked on top with your brothers, see how they resemble one another, even in the plastic little covers. And I say, I know it well. That secret that you know, but you don't know how to tell. It's off with your honor, and it teases your head, but you know that it's good, girl, 'cause it's running you is red. Then the snow started falling.
Well, that wraps up this edition of HHS In Depth. I'm Kara Allen.
And I'm Austin Render. Thank you for watching today.
And now here's this week's Picture of the Week. Congratulations to freshman Philip Waldorf.
To have your photo in the running for Picture of the Week, just email us a high-resolution photo with your name and grade level to hhsindepth@gmail.com.
Today we leave you with a song exclusive to our radio station, The Point 91 FM.
Have a great weekend, and don't forget to get out to the game tonight wearing red, white, and blue.